call the Commissioners' meeting to order March 7th, 2016. It's 9 a.m. Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Present.
Mr. King.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Brooks.
Present.
We'll go to table business, resolution number 2016-006, identifying tax sales certificate to be assigned to a nonprofit corporation.
If we could, Mr. President, I'd like to table this again. I would like to get with the pastor, talk to him. What we were looking at from the statements for financials really wasn't what I was looking for. So I'd like to get with him so we could get more information on this.
I'm ready to discuss it and get it over with myself. So the pastor's not misled. I've driven out there, I've taken pictures. When I went back the second time actually, where I saw the Faulkner Road, it's just this mud pit. And to me, it's going to take a lot of money to bring that road up to code. And then you look at the neighborhood roads and the drainage that will be running off of that road. I just think it's a no-brainer, but that's just my personal opinion.
It needs to
It
be
needs
pulled
to
off
be
the
pulled
table.
off the table before we can discuss it.
Right.
Okay.
There's a motion to table.
You have a motion to table at another meeting, correct?
Right.
I'll second it. Roll call, please.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Ms. Reagan.
No.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Sir, could you get with our secretary, give her your information, phone number and everything, so I can get with you? Or if you want to wait until after the meeting, we can get together and talk.
Okay, I'll go next one.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Approval of the minutes from February 15, 2016.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Presentations to Commissioner. We have Melanie Hensley from the 4-H Horse and Pony. Yes, ma'am.
That's fine.
Either way.
Station 8, please.
I'm Melanie Hensley from Delaware County 4-H Horse and Pony, and I have with me Lisa Astraub. And we are like to purchase a building with our own funds to put next to the original building that's out there and around the horse arena, so we can put all our equipment in it and store it. We have a copy here for you. And it is nothing that's going to be permanent. It's a building by Beltrite, and it can be moved anywhere, but we're going to purchase it and put it there, or we'd like to purchase it and put it there, and we just want approval from you.
So it's not going to be attached? It's going to...
No, it won't be attached to the building, and we can have it in any color if you'd
I
want
would
it.
hope it'd be the same.
Well, we can put it in the exact same color if you want.
You talked this over with the Fair Board?
Yes, yes.
And they have your...
Yes, they've approved it, and
It's a nice looking building that you have out there.
yeah, we just need one next to it to store like our poles and our barrels and all that kind of stuff for our events.
These folks did appear before the Fair Board. According to one of our ordinances, the commissioners have to give approval for anything going out there at the fairgrounds.
But we would carry the insurance.
Yes.
How many members do you have? I know you're quite active.
Right now, I think we're up to 48.
I didn't hear it over there, no, that's probably.
I think that's 48. 48 counting the juniors and the seniors, and then we have a lot of minis that's just starting this year. So I think we have like 20-some minis that's just starting.
So your organization will purchase the building and put it on this spot,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So this is the front design.
It wouldn't be attached to the original building, it would just be sitting there close to it so we could back the tractor in and pick up our stuff.
But this is the front of it, front design.
Yes.
Okay. I just was trying to visualize the roof.
And we can get it made, they have some, it's built right, ski court, barn, portable barns, and we can get it made to any size or any depth or whatever that you guys would like. That's just something that we'd like to have, would be like a 20 by 22 or something.
So it's kind of like a pre-existing structure, it's not gonna be
Yes, they make
a
it.
stick.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
stick to the building. They
Yeah.
make it and then bring it there. It's like a lot of the
Yeah.
little barn sheds that you see. And I do have,
I just like the
their
things
flyers.
that look- I don't know. Could we
I
find
think,
something
I
for
think
them?
these, I
Could we
think,
find
I
some?
think these would, I think this building would look nice.
Yeah, those are metal buildings, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, you can get it about the same color or the same color as the buildings that we already have out there.
Yes, you can.
And I mean,
I'd like the
these
table
these
myself.
metal buildings, I mean, they actually look nice.
Well, how much money are you planning on spending?
I think we can get it for about, it all depends on whether we want a metal roof or a shingled roof, but we can get it for,
What's the existing roof on the, what's the existing roof on the one next door?
I think it's shingled.
I just would like for it to look really nice, because you have such a nice facility out there. Could we not find some extra money to make it look nice? And look like-
I think they have the money, and I believe these buildings are.
Have you seen the buildings?
Talking about are nice.
They look like a pole with the metal on them and with the shingles.
I'd like for it to be first class, I guess.
We have about $6,000.
Why couldn't you just build something on the side of the back part of this back?
They put displays out there during the Delaware County Fair.
I know, I just,
And she's agreed at the fair board meeting, they agreed to make it the same color, so the color scheme stays the same.
okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the request.
Speak loud, they can't hear you.
I make a motion to approve the request.
Do I hear a second? I'll second it. Roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
No,
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Contracts and agreements for approval, cost sharing agreement, Delaware County Regional Airport Authority.
Chairman Ray Brassard, attorney for Delaware County Airport Authority.
Is the blue light on?
Yes.
Turn, when you turn that around, there you go, there you go.
Did that get it?
Again, sir, I'm sorry.
Ray Brassard, attorney, 109 East Washington Street for the Delaware County Airport Authority.
Did you turn it out, then you said on that? Why did you have any problems first, man?
Well, I don't have a thing to even hear if I can.
Can we move that other mic over?
No, it's, yeah, move one of those over, why don't you closer?
Let me just. Hey. Come on, he.
I don't think they'll reach.
I don't think they're going.
I can go over to that one there.
We'll say we had one over there.
Ray Brassard, attorney for the Delaware County Airport Authority on the cost sharing agreement with between the city and the county and the airport.
So Ray, what are you proposing, a big increase or?
No, it's the same as it's been for the last,
Same as previous years?
yeah.
Is for another 3 years? Or?
No, well, this one runs through September 30th, 2014, and then we'll be back. If you'll look at it, there are actually 5 different periods of time included in this one because just about when we got one ready to go, they ran out of funding. That was back when they were having trouble with getting the budget in Washington. So this one actually runs from October the 1st of 2014 through June 30th or September 30th of 2016. So, or June 31st, June 30th of 2016. Those will take care on what's happened in the past and through the end of June, and then we'll be back with another one for another year.
So you didn't bring the new contract today?
Yeah, you should have a copy of it.
The one I have is just a pass.
The new contract, the latest contract is the last page. But there are 5 different agreements that we had with the tower.
October 1st, 2014 to June 30th, 2016.
2016.
Oh, I see. What are the hours of operation right now?
I think from 7 to 9, I think, somewhere in there. I'm not real sure on it, Ms. Reagan.
Mr. Broke, have you looked at the agreement?
I have, Mr. President, and this agreement actually has been in place with the airport for quite a number of years for a cost sharing arrangement. Goes back several years, and this looks consistent with what I remember seeing before.
You prepared?
I prepared a couple of them, and I voted on a couple of them, so.
I make a motion to approve the agreement with Delaware County Airport Authority.
I'll second it.
Motion to approve and a second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
So here's my problem. Why did they just make it from the first one?
Because it's an old one.
Yeah, but we're looking good at it again.
Thank you, sir.
See you in a
Thanks,
few
Greg.
months.
We'll be back.
Bid offer proposal for sale or lease of material. Angie?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Steve should have some bids that were sealed when we're due Friday at noon. These are for the Highway Department material bids for asphalt, fuel, crushed stone, and sand. So if they could be opened and the company vendor's name and address could be read aloud, I could put together a tabulation sheet for next meeting.
Do I do that, or does,
Have you all open?
First one is from Marathon Detroit. Bid proposal. This is for liquid asphalt. Prices at their plant or delivery, $1.60 per gallon at their plant. $1.40, $1.43, depending on the grade. I think it's the same thing. Yep, we got 2 copies of that one. Next one is Irving Brothers Stone. This is for various types of stone, number 2, number 4, plant in Muncie and Anderson, different rate prices. As well as asphalt mixes.
What's sand?
What's the sand cost?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There is a number 13 stone sand, which is $9.20. And I've got fill sand at $7, FOP plant.
Thank you.
Next one is E&B Paving, Muncie, Indiana. This is for asphalt mix. Various asphalt mixes. FOB plant pickup, $350 or $650 depending on the grade. Next one is Milestone from says 105 East Lafayette Street, Indiana. So we're in Indiana. Portland, Indiana. This is for asphalt plant mix, FOB Delville plant. 40,000 tons, $46.50 per ton, and other prices. Do we read all the prices or just?
No.
Good. Next one is Petroleum Traders Corporation from Fort Wayne. This is for liquid asphalt, asphalt mixes, crushed stone, surface base, cold mix, unleaded gasoline.
They may have attached the entire bids. I don't know if they necessarily bid on all
Yeah.
the different materials.
Submitted a bid for 100,000 gallons of gasoline, 150,000 gallons of diesel fuel. It looks like that's what they're bidding on. And the last one is from AgBest. Looks like it says a fuel bid. AgBest 7,700, oh no, that's AgBest on North Granville in Muncie. They're bidding on diesel fuel, number 2 diesel, biodiesel, and gasoline. Those are all the bids.
I move we take them under advisement.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made to take under advisement. Second, roll call, please.
Mr. King,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
One, please.
Yes. Will you be able to have those next time, right?
Yes.
I just like copies of the price. not
I'll
the-
scan the entire bids and
I don't need
in
them
the
all.
tabulation.
Thank you.
Thanks. Agreement between the Delaware County Commissioners and Youth Opportunity Center.
Mr. President, Commissioners, Brad Bookow, Delaware County Economic Development. Good morning.
Morning.
Before you this morning is an agreement to assist the YOC in acquiring the property known as 3300 West Kilgore Avenue. The YOC, as you know, provides a valuable service to our community. This particular parcel will square off their campus. It is an awkward parcel that's between the overpass and their campus. Currently has been an antique car sales business for several years. The YOC is planning to make a sizable investment in the remodel of the facility, create jobs. YOC is also a valuable partner in our community. To assist with the project, the YOC has requested $25,000 for the next 5 years each year, and that would be the county's contribution to the project. I appreciate your consideration of this. I've spoken with each of you individually on the phone as early as last fall about the project. Rick Rorway from YOC is here this morning. Maybe would like to say a couple words about the project.
As you can tell, I'm not Rick. I'm Ed Canancer with FC Tucker. I just wanted to real quickly ask you to review the information I left Patty this morning. It just kind of details the location, the geographic area, and as Brad said, it makes it contiguous with the balance of the facility. Their campus is about 61 acres now. This adds another 2.5 acres to the campus, and assessed value is about $12 million, not including this new investment. So with that, I just wanted to kind of set the stage, and I'll turn it over to Rick. Thank you.
Good morning. Since the YOC's inception 25 years ago or so, we'll be celebrating our 25th anniversary in 2017. And our relationship with Delaware County, the commissioners, and the public-private partnership that exists has been very important to our work and our efforts to service the kids in Delaware County, but also in East Central Indiana. Recent developments have seen that the service milieu that we are responsible for has become more severe. Not surprisingly, I don't think to anyone, as the challenges that face our kids today are greater than ever, and the types of problems that confront us are more severe than ever. As a result, we're being asked to do more to profile with kids, and our employment base is growing, and the state of Indiana is asking us to do more. We hired an additional 30 staff last year. We'll be hiring 20 to 25 more staff in the coming year at minimum. Our employment base is approaching 450 staff members. Our annual budget's about $18 million now. We service about 40 different counties on a daily basis throughout the state of Indiana. And so our appreciation with this, for your support with this, will allow us to continue to service the kids and allow us to grow appropriately. And it's something that we wouldn't be able to do without your support, given our financial situation. So we're grateful for the partnership that continues. It makes a difference both to the mission and to our economic impact here. So we appreciate your consideration. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are you going to be able to utilize that existing structure on there?
We are, yeah. We actually have had architectural review of the structure, and the flooring's not what it needs to be, and some of the utility access inside the building, but the structure itself is significant to being able to remodel it at good value for us. So.
It'll tie in nicely with your other properties.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other concern we have as it was being actively marketed and potentially up for auction would be, just making sure that the right tenant would be there. We value it for our growth and for our use, but also we're concerned about who might be there as well.
Yes.
So your participation along with the City of Muncie will allow us to do that. So.
Yes. Thank you, Rick.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Appreciate all your work. 25 years goes fast.
Yeah, sure.
I move we accept.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you. Under contracts and agreements for approval, a contract for unofficial detour reimbursement with NDOT, project numbers 1006337.
This is a contract from NDOT, where NDOT is doing some work, and there will be, NDOT knows that a lot of the county roads are going to be used as a detour for the NDOT work, and on US 35, 6.7 miles north of State Road 3. So we're talking about County Road 675 north, 525 West, 600 West. This is all a contract for reimbursement. We do the work, we get reimbursed from NDOT for the cost of the work. It looked to be in proper form. There are proposals in this one, and I would recommend that this contract be entered into. It's nice that NDOT's recognizing that some of their construction work does actually affect county roads, and that they're willing to contribute to the cost of the deterioration of county roads because of increased traffic. Didn't used to do that, so that's good.
Chris, do you want to add anything?
No, but John's right, when he said everything's accurate. This detour off of 28, and it caused a lot of heartburn last summer. Angie and you guys are all involved in it, and this is a good deal to get, I think it's $185,000 back or something like that, and it's good. The way John explained it, that's exactly what went down.
Well, I appreciate the county highway officials and our engineering department has went after this money. Total reimbursement back from the NDOT would be $183,845 to repave some of those roads that are tore up out there. So I appreciate you guys all working with us and
thank you.
getting us money.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made to approve the agreement. Second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Agreement with Conrail for deed and payment concerning project on 23rd Street.
This is a project on 23rd Street that Angie's been wanting to get done for a while. There was a condemnation action filed. There was a question as to who owned the ground. I believe that we have an agreement with Conrail. We're just waiting on Conrail to sign the deed. I want to update all of you on that. I've been communicating with Conrail for about a month and a half now. Their attorney, and dealing with the railroads, worse than dealing with the federal government. Bigger bureaucracy than even the federal government. But we finally found the right guy at Conrail, and so we're working out some issues on a water line potential problem in the temporary easement, but that shouldn't delay this. We should hopefully have a signed deed for you to approve next meeting.
Okay.
Since we don't have anything.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys for working on that. No ordinances. We'll go on to resolutions for approval. Resolution number 2016-008. Resolution to assign tax sale certificates from Delaware County to the City of Muncie Redevelopment Commission. Sir.
Brad King with the City of Muncie. Good morning.
Morning.
So you have in front of you an exhibit of about 11 properties, I believe. These are a little bit different than we've done this dance before, and these are actually going to be targeted for redevelopment and not for demolition.
We like to hear that.
Yeah, I like to say it.
And we appreciate all your work, Brad. I know this is very time consuming and you're doing a good job, and we appreciate you bringing these to us.
Thank you.
And hope you have some more.
So this is for, you're saying this is for redevelopment. Is this redevelopment of residential?
Yes, all these lots are residential, and most of them are either on the edge of neighborhood or within the residential neighborhood.
So they will stay residential?
That is the plan.
And you might let the public know, how do you, these are all empty now, so how do you go about finding your right tenants? And
well, first, once we get the properties, we'll have to go through and get assessments and do our due diligence on them, but then we'll be releasing requests for bids, things of that nature.
But it can be an individual. It's not like a habitat. It can be individual.
It can be individuals, yes. Anyone that would be, of course, interested with it could contact me, and we could go.
And they have so many days to get it up, moved.
They actually have so many years to get it up to code.
Yeah.
They have 2 years to get up to code. They have to live there for 5 years if it's an individual. If it's a developer, we have a similar idea, once they've developed it, they have to put it in the hands of a, excuse me, single family who would live in it for 5 years at least.
So then it goes back on tax collector?
Yeah, absolutely.
After 5 years, okay.
No, they just need to live in it for 5 years. So it would go back into tax sale as soon as it becomes their property. Or back to tax roll as soon as it goes back in their property.
Okay, very good.
Sorry.
I'll make the motion, resolution 2016-008.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and a second for this resolution. Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's one we're going, we're going to take.
Okay, the next one, resolution number 2016-009 has been tabled. Resolution 2016-010, establishing the intent to conduct commissioner's sale.
2016, excuse me, 2016-09 was tabled.
That is
Was it
correct.
tabled last meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
The public.
No, I think this is a new one.
Yeah,
Is this a new one?
Yeah,
This is a new one.
Okay, I see.
Janet Kessler with the auditor's office. Yes, this is a new application from a different nonprofit. And it's a commercial lot, and it butts up next to Daily Apartment, which is owned by Future Choices. They want to use this for a green space and a storage shed.
So we didn't have to have a public hearing on it?
We will have a public hearing the April 4th.
This resolution is just to approve the resolution to conduct the public hearing at your April 4th meeting. It doesn't commit the commissioners to do anything.
Thank you.
Make a motion to accept 2016-009.
Second.
Motion's been made and a second for 2016-009. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes. I apologize for that. I thought
Well,
that was the other one.
I thought it was too.
Resolution number 2016-010, establishing the intent to conduct a commissioner's sale to sell tax sale certificates for properties.
This is a resolution to conduct a online tax sale with SRI. You have to adopt the resolution first to be able to conduct the sale of, you're not selling property, you're selling tax sale certificates. And then you can set minimums, you can set you can set things in the meeting that, or the sale, that I'm sure Joe Edwards will talk to you about.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions you have at this point. I was here, the 1st of February, I guess, and explained a little bit about it, but it's the same contract we've used here over the years. And I know Mr. Brook hadn't had an opportunity to look at it at that meeting, but at this point, I'm sure he has. And the real thing that is required of the commissioners, and we're a month later in the process, is approving the resolution, the contract, and establishing the minimum bids. The minimum bids are critical because obviously those go in the newspaper ad, which is one of those things will be taking place probably in the middle of April. We talked to the treasurer's office and the auditor's office about having the sale after May 10th, after collection time, and the sale would run probably a Thursday, 10 days from a Thursday, end up on a Monday morning, online, again, about 10 or 11 days. I remember we also talked about a seminar in this room for buyers to come and see how that system would work. And we'd set up a projector screen and show the system the bidders would be using bidding online.
And when will we get a good list that's the proper addresses?
We gave you,
Well, the one you gave us, I thought we found some that were in.
There is some errors on that list.
That is we get all the data from the auditor and treasurer's office. So
Well, it had the old county jail that's now in the Janet can explain this.
Commissioner, that list changes daily with people redeeming and assigning tax sale certificates, so it changes daily.
So when will this date be set that nothing can be changed?
There will never be that date, because if the town of Albany, for instance, came to the commissioners while the sale's going on and say, we really want this property, we would encourage you to assign that property to them, and we'd take it off right up until the gavel falls. Right. Really when the gavel falls, that's the only time we wouldn't want to do it after that. We would take other steps if there was one that you wanted to deal with after that, like going to the buyer and try to get them to not buy it or negotiate or whatever. But yeah, we would expect to remove several between now and then because of redemptions, as Janet mentioned, and also just because properties, there are bankruptcies. There's lots of things that happen during this process. So the list will never be final, but I'm happy to send you a list in any format that you'd like.
Well, remember, I was wanting to put some signs up, but I was suggested.
Janet, can we
Shouldn't do that,
can we get a list as of today?
Sure, sure.
You can provide that to us.
Yes.
And anybody's welcome to go down to the auditor's office or get online, so find the same list.
The list that she will provide you with when the sale is approved, minimum bids are established, we'll put that list on our website as well. And we're happy to link to the county's website and put it on there also, which is fairly common. So, but that list will be available. And when people call Janet for the list, she'll send them to one of those websites because she doesn't want to be in the business of mailing out 20 or 30 page documents at county expense. So.
Well, I suppose if they send a self-stamped envelope, then we would do that. And send it out to them. What minimum bids have we used before? What base?
We've used a sliding scale at times, and we've used, here in Delaware County, I'm answering Commissioner Reagan, that we've used sliding scale and we've used percentage, like 10% of the amount of the face value of the certificate from the fall sale. In other words, if it's $550, 10% would make it $55. And it's, that has been used in Delaware County as well as a sliding scale. Like anything between 100 and 1,000 would be for $100. Anything between 1,000 and 5,000 would be $200. And any of those work. I mean,
what other
counties do, and I wish I could tell you there was a rule of thumb, but when I did some sales in the last few weeks, the minimum bids were $50 on every property. And I've done some where they've been $250 because they have expensive newspapers. So it just depends on the community, and it really, the goal, I've also done them where they've made it 75% of that amount and nobody shows up to bid, which we don't want to do. We want to make sure.
How about 20%? Too high?
From an auctioneer standpoint, it's too high because you want people to come to the room, or in this case, come to the web to bid.
One of the things we want to get them sold, we want to get them back on the tax roll. And I've seen some of ours, they started out at $50. The main thing is getting them back in the tax roll.
Yeah, the tax sale itself in the fall has one goal, and that's to collect taxes.
Right.
The goal here is to put the properties back on the tax rolls. And it's pretty amazing, really, how many of these properties we sell at certificate sales with this, fire sale price. People end up paying more than they could have paid in the fall when they just didn't go to the sale. So that's a kind of a ridiculous prospect, but it's fairly common.
I like the 50%.
Yeah. Is it inappropriate or illegal to have the bidders make application prior to the sale? I guess my worry is that you'll have somebody come up and purchase some of these properties that maybe are currently this person's delinquent on their taxes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Commissioner, within the statute, there's a list of all of the reasons why people are not eligible to bid. Now, one would be that they are on the sale or have tax sale costs on a property. Another would be that their property's been tagged as unsafe, or they have civil penalties, those kinds of things. And there's a list with the Attorney General that they've just started. Unfortunately, it's just starting, so it's not as accurate as it may be in 5 years, which is called a blight registry, and those people get checked. They register for the sale, which will have all their information because they're doing it all online. And then the county has 6 months after the sale, if they catch somebody after the fact, which happens, because I've got a property that's on the tax sale, and so I get Janet to go in and bid for me, and then she scurries in after she gets a certificate and assigns it to me. Then we got them, and then we void the sale, pull it out, keep their money. So that's all by statute.
And that's something you'll monitor?
Yeah, we monitor. Yeah, we do, and also check it. And the county folks obviously know better by sight of people, ne'er-do-wells that might do this kind of stuff. They're going to know more about that than we are, but we do double check it against the Attorney General's blight registry list.
Make a motion, we accept resolution 2016-010.
We don't have to say about the amendment then?
Not right now, this is just so we can.
Okay, we'll set that there. I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second for approval of 2016-010. Roll call, please.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How soon do we need to set that minimum?
Yesterday.
Oh.
As soon as possible, because if we're going to do the sale in mid to late May, then we need those minimum bids fairly soon.
Okay.
Because that really starts the process at our end, preparing the newspaper ads and those types of things.
You can send them at the next meeting if you want to. I think that would be.
Okay, thanks.
That'd still be in sufficient time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Department heads and elected officials, the 2015 construction project summary. Marta, I think this is you.
I just made sure I was here in case you had any questions, but you should have received the 2015 summary, and then I had them also add the comparison just so you could see. And if you'll notice, the number of projects last year were fewer. However, we did do a fee increase, permit fee increase, so that's why the revenue is where it is because of those fee increases. And this doesn't reflect the registrations. So there's probably another, 9, 10 or so thousand in registration fees that are paid every year by contractors.
So we haven't come up to 13 yet, but we're doing well with everything.
In terms of number of projects, right?
Yeah.
And I think in 13 is when, that might have been when Midwest Metal was doing their thing, and that really, the commercial projects are, their permit fees tend to be a little hefty, so.
Thanks for your report.
Thank you. Any other department heads or elected officials?
Jason Rogers from Emergency Management. I've got the ambulance write-offs for January 31st, 2016. Total write-offs will be $351,113.05.
Make a motion to accept the write-offs.
Second.
Motion's been made and a second to approve the write-offs. Roll call, please.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Brandon, Weights and Measures. I just wanted to update the commissioners on the conference that our department hosted from the 23rd of February to the 26th. We had 34 counties represented and 9 state employees, and it was held at the convention center in the new courtyard. And everything from all the guys that attended was very positive about the convention center and about the hotel. So it was a very successful conference.
And you and Paula did most of the work in-house yourself?
Well, we did a lot of it, but
And
we had
Visitors
some
Bureau
help too,
helped
yeah.
us.
Yep.
Yeah. We appreciate you bringing the good PR to it.
Very good, thanks.
Thank you.
Any other department head or elected official? We do have Delaware County Weights and Measures report. Move on down to payment of claims for $1,875,869.73.
Second.
Motion's been made to pay the claims. A second. Roll call, please.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. Henry.
Yes. Questions or comments from anyone else?
Move to recess.
I'll second that.
Recess.
Thank you.
Thank you.